Okay, we are on the go home shows to Double or Nothing, but ladies and gentlemen, this is just as big as Double or Nothing tonight because this is a pay-per-view style episode of Dynamite. This is huge. Danielson, Darby Allin. We've got CM Punk, John Moxley. We've got Britt Baker, Natalya. We've got Jamie Hayter versus her opponent in the semi-finals. It's obviously not that huge, is it? Nixon nil. I apologise, Nixon. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AEW save. That went well. That didn't go very well at all, did it? We are back once again with Dynamite and Rampage, the go-home shows to Dynamite and Double or Nothing. And genuinely, this is a big show. Semi-finals of both the Owen Hart Cup. We also got Pac versus MJF just sort of slid in the middle of that. And then Rampage. Does anyone want to see the return of the Hardy Boys? Because we're doing that on Rampage too. This is a big one. If you are ready, if you're excited, if you are hyped, if you want to laugh at my mistake at the start, drop a like on the video. Comment down below what you're excited for most about Double or Nothing. And let's crack on. This is it. Who will go to the Owen Hart? Where have I gone? What's happened? Where have I gone? Thank you. Let's see who goes to the Owen Hart Cup final. This is the big time. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. We come to you for AEW Dynamite from the Ector County Coliseum. Eddie Kingston getting a win over Tony Nese on the pre-show for a 59. Good from Eddie. 65. Tony Nese 40. This isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. This could work on a Rampage if need be. Back fist to the future. Eddie Kingston gets the win. Also on the pre-show, we did a 8-man tag, Jungle Express and Top Flight versus the Gun Club and Hybrid 2 for a 50. This is fine again. Probably wouldn't put this on a Rampage if I'm totally honest, but it's fine for a pre-show. And Jungle Boy Jack Evans gets the win, making Colton Gunn tap with the snare trap. Right, we got that out of the way. Let's get on to the most important stuff, because we're going to open Dynamite with the semi-finals of the Owen Hart Men's Tournament. We're opening with Bryan Danielson versus Darby Allin. We're main eventing with John Moxley and CM Punk. So, look, it's obvious, right? So let's see how we do. Danielson and Allin. I'm hoping for a pretty good score. Danielson and Allin open up Dynamite. Who is going to Double or Nothing? It is Bryan Danielson for a 79, but he did suffer a whiplash neck strain 4 days before. 4 days before. Damn it. A running knee, though, from Bryan Danielson. He gets the pinfall victory over Darby Allin. Having Danielson on the pay-per-view makes a lot more sense, if I'm really honest. Darby Allin's great. Not got a problem with Darby Allin. Darby would be on the pay-per-view any other sort of pay-per-view. But, yes, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson wins. 89 from him. Very good. Darby Allin 72. The injury's a problem. It makes sense for me to have Danielson into the final when you look at the other semi-final between John Moxley and CM Punk. Obviously, Danielson and Punk, there is history there. But Danielson and Moxley as well, like they're on the same side at the moment as part of this stable. What if they have to face each other in the final? 79, let's see what happens later on. That's pretty good. Backstage, Chris Jericho introduces a newest protege, so to speak. He's taken Daniel Garcia under his wing, and his first tryout, so to speak, will be next when it's Jericho, Hager and Garcia against Proud and Powerful with Sammy Guevara on their team as well. So 58 for this. The match itself, 6-man tag for a 69. Good match. Best of the lot, it's Chris Jericho. No, best of the lot, Sammy Guevara actually 76. Jericho put in 68. Jericho Guevara at Double or Nothing. Really is going to be interesting. You'll see the name of the group. We're going to call them the Solution. I'm not quite going to go Jericho's Appreciation Society. I think it's a fine name for what they're doing, but not me really. So the solution to All Elite Wrestling, the solution to the Sammy Guevara problem right now. Chris Jericho, Jake Hager and Daniel Garcia. And Jericho gets the victory again 2 weeks in a row. Jericho wins on Dynamite, pinning Santana with a Judith effect this time, 69. Very, very very good. Now we do a video package for the 2 out of 3 Falls Women's World Championship match at Double or Nothing. Thunder Rose and Ruby Soho both sit down talking to camera. about their previous match at Battle of the Belts 2, when, of course, it went to a draw, and how disappointing that was, not just for Ruby, but for Thunder Rosa too. Thunder said she really does want to make this championship everything that every little girl dreams of. So she needs to win, and needs to win properly, and 2 out of 3 falls is the way to do it. She respects Ruby, but recently Ruby, all she's been doing is being a little bit of a bitch ass whiner. So Thunder Rosa is ready to shut her up. 65. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, we've done the first semi-final of the men's tournament. What about the first semi-final of the women's tournament? We've got the Queen of Hearts, Natalya Neidhart, Natty as such. I think we're going with Natty Neidhart. I think we're going to go with name-wise. And then the Doctor herself, Britt Baker, DMD. One of these women are going through to the final. Who will it be? It will be Dr. Britt Baker by submission with a lockjaw, and Natty Neidhart, he's forced to submit. Now, this may be controversial for some. Natty in the final makes a lot of sense. I don't disagree with that. However, we're going with something different today. 59, and Dr. Britt Baker gets the victory. 55 for Baker, 49 for Natty. That's good. If this gets sort of 60 on the main card, I'll be happy. So this sort of scores pretty good on the pay-per-view card, the final, so to speak. So I'm really happy. Natty, it's not quite her time. It's too soon. It's too soon to be putting her straight on this match. I could have done this match as the pay-per-view match. We're not, and there is a reason for it, which we'll get to in just a moment. Okay, after the match, Tony Schiavone comes into the ring for an interview with Britt Baker. Jamie Hayter's by her side, and Britt tells Hayter that she needs to make sure that this trophy will be Britt Baker's, because later tonight, Jamie Hayter and Nixon will go one-on-one in the other semi-final. So Britt is telling Jamie Hayter that you are going to win that match, and then you're going to lose to me at Double or Nothing. You're going to lay down for the Doctor. And Hayter walks away in confusion and in anger, and she leaves Britt Baker in the ring, and Britt's like, what? Hang on. Whoa. What the hell? Hayter walks away, not listening to Britt Baker's instructions. Later on, Hayter and Nixon Null. 65 for this segment is really good. Really, really, really good. Okay, the number one contender to the AEW World Championship. MJF got a win over Pac for a 70. Second best match of the card so far. Sorry, Danielson and Darby Allin. Good match though. 64 for Pac, 67 for MJF, and MJF wins with a Swanton Bomb. I didn't really know that was his finisher, if I'm honest. 70 is good. It was just a good way to put MJF over a good opponent on the Go Home show. And now MJF really has momentum going into the pay-per-view. Now, last week, of course, MJF and the Pinnacle destroyed the world champion with a baseball bat. This week, Hangman Page runs out and gets his revenge with said baseball bat for a 65. Very good. Very, very good. He uses the bat to clear out the rest of the Pinnacle. He's clearly still injured. He's got he's got bandages around his ribs, which will play into the match at Double or Nothing, you would think. But the fighting heart of the champion means he's coming out swinging, literally swinging. So that's pretty good. Okay, we said earlier about Britt Baker going through who she's going to face. Is it going to be Nixon Null, or will it be Jamie Hayter? It is Jamie Hayter. We're doing Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker at the pay-per-view. Now, the finish of this one, there's a lot to go through here. 45 for Hayter, very good. 37 for Nixon Null. So 47's about right, really. I'm not got a problem with this. Curb stomp for the win for Jamie Hayter, following interference from Jade Cargill, costing Nixon Null the final opportunity, so to speak, after Nixon beat Jade Cargill, cost her, destroyed the undefeated streak. Jade Cargill not taking it lying down and interfering, costing Nixon Null the match. There's no Britt Baker with Jamie Hayter here. Hayter goes it alone, really starting to show her potential future face turn in this match. And post-match, as Jamie Hayter celebrating and the announcers wonder what this means for Double or Nothing, Britt Baker makes it very, very clear. She attacks Jamie Hayter post-match for a 57, lays her out after, Jamie Hayter gets on the mic. I forgot about that bit. Jamie Hayter gets on the mic saying that she wants to win this trophy too, and if Britt wants it, they're gonna have to see who the better woman is. That's when Britt will attack her from behind, lay her out with the lockjaw. And this is the official face turn for Jamie Hayter. We are turning her face. Woman on a mission. Very good. Complete success, very good. It's going to be Britt Baker versus Jamie Hayter. The split has happened. Baker and Hayter at Double or Nothing. 57. Good. I'm pleased with how the build to this sort of split has gone. Jamie Hayter has been showing face tendencies over the last few weeks, and when you got something like an Owen Hart Cup tournament right between the two of them, nothing could stop them from falling apart. So 57, I'm very, very happy with. We're near the main event. Just before, though, we did an 83 rated segment where Danielson approaches John Moxley in the locker room. William Regal, of course, there between the two of them, and Danielson shakes his hand and says to John Moxley, look, I'm going to wish you the best of luck because I want you in the final and I want the Owen Hart Cup to come right here to this group, which we haven't named yet. We may go with Blackpool Combat Club, I'm not sure. But yeah, Danielson wants his partner Moxley in the final with him for an 83. Will he make it? This is the main event and this is big. This is a dream match in AEW. I can't believe we're doing it on Dynamite. It is John Moxley, it's CM Punk. It's for a final place in the Owen Hart Cup at Double or Nothing, and the main event gets a 68. What a giant disappointment. Moxley and Punk don't click at all, and it showed in their performances. Oh, the game screwed me. The game has absolutely screwed me there, and I am, I'll be honest, not happy about it. Moxley and Punk have no chemistry at all. Jesus. CM Punk, though, beats John Moxley to win with a GTS. The main event's so disappointed. But it is what it is. And it's now confirmed. Moxley and Danielson at Double or Nothing. And we're going to end the show with them doing that Ring of Honor style handshake that we've seen them do in the WWE as well. Danielson and Punk in a third different company for the Owen Hart Cup. Two of the best in the world, you could say. Yes, this is where I was always heading with that. Dynamite then, let's just check it out. See what it's going to be. Instead of 75, it's not bad at all. I was hoping for a lot more. I was hoping for into the 80s with this one, with CM Punk and Moxley in the main event. Maybe hitting a 90 to get a 68 is ridiculously deflating. But, hey-ho. Hopefully Danielson's injury is not too bad. Double or Nothing is really starting to shape up. We've got a few matches on Rampage for some of the matches that sort of didn't make the pay-per-view. So we're talking the Acclaimed versus the Limitless Monsters. We're going to do the Hardys versus the Butcher and the Blade. We're also going to do Julia Hart versus Sky Blue. So those three matches, feuds we've been happening, could have gone on the pay-per-view. Some of them anyway. But we're not doing that. The pay-per-view is set, and this is how Double or Nothing looks. I want to say it for you now. We're going to have Anarchy in the arena, Elite versus Undisputed Elite. We're going to have Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the AEW Women's World Championship. We're going to have Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho for the TNT Championship. The House of Black will defend their tag team titles, even against the former champions, the Jungle Express. We're going to have those 2 Owen Hart Cup finals. Britt Baker takes on her former friend, now turned foe, Jamie Hayter in the women's, and in the men, 2 of the best in the world battle once again. Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson even, versus CM Punk. And then, for the World Championship, MJF, Hangman Adam Page. Double or Nothing looks stacked. Let's get Rampage though. Rampage, don't miss it. It's Friday, you know what that means. AEW Rampage comes to you from the Ralston Arena. Ricky Starks taking on Fuego del Sol in the pre-show opener, and they have great chemistry which boosted their performance. 54 from Ricky, 44 from Fuego del Sol. Very good. Very, very good. Ricky Starks gets a win with the Buster Keaton. Moving on, Red Dragon also on the pre-show got a win over Bear Country for a 51. That's good. Good tag team specialist bonus for both. Kyle O'Reilly the best with a 63, and he gets the pin with a Brainbuster on Bear Bronson. And that would have been something to be seen. Okay, kicking off Rampage then with 2 teams who have been feuding recently. Limitless Monsters versus the Acclaimed for a 53. This is lower than I would like it to be, if I'm honest, but the Acclaimed aren't quite at the level. I'm aware of that. The Acclaimed probably need a big feud. Maybe that'll come after Double or nothing. But they lose here to the Limitless Monsters. Keith Lee pinning Max Caster with a Spirit Bomb 53. Keith Lee the best with a 63. This ends the acclaimed Limitless Monsters storyline. They're going to go their separate ways into different feuds after Double or Nothing. Absolutely fine. Okay, after that, talking of tag teams, the Jungle Express cut a promo on the House of Black for a 53, hyping up their tag team title match at the pay-per-view. They vow to win back the tag team championships. Nice and simple. Keep it flowing. No problem. Jamie Hayter is interviewed by Tony Schiavone talking about the attack by Britt Baker. She didn't do well here, but maybe it'll change as she gets confident and more popular. She vows revenge for what she calls the cowardly attack from Britt Baker, because Britt Baker knows, and maybe has known for a long, long time, that Jamie Hayter will beat Britt Baker every single time. Britt has tried to hold her down, but Jamie Hayter is not having it anymore. And Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter says, I'm going to break your jaw at Double or Nothing. 46. Fine. Let's have hopefully a good segment here. Very good segment for a 95. Very good. Danielson and CM Punk face to face in the ring on Rampage ahead of Double or Nothing to discuss the best in the world, what the Owen Hart Cup tournament really means. And this is where we real nail down that storyline aspect of the Owen Hart Cup. Means if you win that, you are considered one of the best wrestlers in the world, perhaps the best wrestler in the world. Danielson thinks that's him. Punk has had claim to that moniker before. These two both have had claim to this moniker. They both have talked about how they've called themselves the best in the world and got themselves to the next level because of it. But now there's something to prove it. Now there's something on the line. Now Owen Hart has had a massive, massive impact on both of these guys' careers. You know that. You can see that in their wrestling. But on Sunday, they write a new chapter in his career by living up to the name of the King of Hearts, by being the best in the world. Danielson gets a little bit personal here and talks about CM Punk taking what worked for him in Ring of Honor and taking it to the big league, so to speak. Well, I wouldn't say the big league. Taking it to the other place and making yourself a star off the hard work of Bryan Danielson. They've wrestled before. Everyone knows this. In different companies we've wrestled. And it's still not clear who the best is. On Sunday, we find out who the very best is. 95, and again, another Ring of Honor shake, but a little bit of a tense shake this time. Danielson and Punk at Double or Nothing should be, hopefully, very good. The injury, by the way, Bryan can work through it, so it may affect it, but it is what it is. In the ring, Julia Hart and Sky Blue had a 14 rated match. Jeez. Julia Hart 20, Sky Blue 22. The match brought the crowd down. Why is it 14? Low morale, awful gimmick. It's not gone well. Julia Hart wins by cheating inside 5 minutes. Moving on. Jeez. Adam Page cuts a promo on MJF for a 76. Adam Page talks about the fact that all throughout his career, people have been trying to hold him down. People have been trying everything to keep Adam Page down. Now, Kenny Omega fan that you can't keep the cowboy down. MJF, you bring Wardlow, you bring Dax, you bring Cash, you bring Sean Spears, you bring whoever the hell you want. Because nobody can stop the Hangman. 76. Adam Page is fired up for Double or Nothing. One more promo before the main event. Chris Jericho tells Sammy Guevara very clearly, hold that TNT title very close, because on Sunday, Chris Jericho is ripping it away from Sammy Guevara. Good promo for a 70. Main event then, the reunited The Hardy Boys. They take on the Butcher and Blade and beat the Butcher and Blade for a 62 in the main event. A bit of a quieter main event. This probably wouldn't main event usually, but it's pay-per-view weekend, so it kind of makes sense. Matt Hardy pins the Butcher after a twist of fate and swanton bomb from Jeff, and a win. 68 from Jeff, the best. 59 from Matt Hardy, second up, and Matt and the Blade were off the game, which is great. 62 Rampage then for a 61. Up and down Rampage, mixed. Like really good sort of promo segments from Jericho, from Page, from Danielson, Punk obviously, but then Julia Hart and Sky Blue for a 14 is disappointing. The main event's not really at the level you'd want it to be, and so was all three matches were a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. Rampage in the books, Dynamite in the books. We're moving on to Double or Nothing. You damn right we are. Double or Nothing coming up next week on Friday. I am humped and pumped. Humped? I'm pumped anyway. I'm excited. I am ready to go. This is a big one. I went through the card midway through the video, but if you want me to do it again, of course I can. It is for the Owen Hart men's tournament. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson. I've done it again. Who is the best in the world? For the women's Owen Hart Cup, Dr. Britt Baker defends against her friend, now turned foe, Jamie Hayter. For the AEW tag team titles, the House of Black against the former champions, Jungle Express. The TNT titles on the line, Sammy Guevara against a man he's looked up to his entire career, Chris Jericho. Of course, we have more with the women's title, the 2 out of 3 falls match between Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho. It's anarchy in the arena time, ladies and gentlemen, because the Elite and the Undisputed Elite are back, and Kenny Omega are back. Kenny Omega is back. You get the point. And then, have we done everything else? We have, for the main event, potentially, probably the main event, for the AEW World Championship. 2 faces of AEW. Hangman Adam Page defends his title against MJF. It's a big one. Don't miss it. If you're excited, drop a like and hit this one. Subscribe to the channel so you do not miss it. Next Friday, Double or Nothing. And I'm out. How does Excalibur do it? Peace.